Hey guys, today I'm going to go over some of the basics of making armor in Zbrush. For these methods you're going to have to be at least slightly familiar with the Zmodeler tool, and if you're not sure you can always go back and watch my tutorial on that. We're going to start out by masking off a certain part of your mesh, then going to Subtool, running Extract at 0.001, then go to Geometry, and run Z-Remesher at the lowest possible setting to even out the topology of your mesh. Next hold Ctrl and Shift and select your Trim Rectangle tool to get a nice clean cut along the edge of the armor. It doesn't always do the best job, but sometimes you can get a nice clean, straight cut so you can use your Zmodeler tool to extrude a polyloop all the way around the outer edge. Scale your object and put it into place, and then we're going to duplicate this mesh so we can use it again in the next step. Using your Zmodeler tool, hold Alt and select any of the surfaces that you want to extract, and it creates a polygroup. Hold space, select Extrude, Polygroup All, and start pulling those polygons out. Now we're going to go back and use that original piece we duplicated, move it down, scale it, get it into place. And then we'll end up doing it one more time, just to create a layered effect. When you're working with armor, it's a great idea to work in layers and keep your polygons as simple and as low poly as possible. Now for the arm, we're just going to repeat these same steps. Mask off a certain area, extract at 0.001, run Z-Remesher at the lowest possible setting so it evens out the topology nice. Then we'll pull out a poly loop somewhere here, and we'll use our move brush to just sort of move things around. Hold Ctrl and Shift and click on that poly group to isolate it so that nothing else gets moved around. Then we're going to run Z-Remesher one more time, even everything out, and fix any clipping with our move brush. At this part I just duplicate the original mesh, scale it up in size, and then I go in with the Zmodeler tool and delete some faces on the front and back. Then I just press Close Holes under Geometry, Modify Topology, and then I run Z-Remesher one more time to even everything out again. So with these basic steps, it's pretty much just rinse and repeat. Mask off an area, extract, run Z-Remesher, and keep your polygons and your edge loops really clean because it gives it that natural metal sort of finish and feel. Now for the body, we're just going to mask off and extract the top part, pull it out, scale it up, use our move brush to push and pull some points, run Z-Remesher a couple of times. If you run into snags, you can always run Dynamesh, but that's going to leave you with some extra polygons, so you can always Z-Remesh again, or delete any extra pieces that end up sticking out. Here we're just going to use our move brush, pull things down, Z-Remesh a couple of times, and just keep working with these points until we get the shape that we want. Remember that armor like this is going to have a lot of very straight angles, so you want things to move at 45-degree angles to get that real natural armor sort of look. We're just going to mask off the torso, scale it up in size, mask off some areas and scale the top so it's a little wider on one part than it is on the other, and then it's just using the move brush and running Z-Remesher to keep the polygons low and keep the shapes really simple. Just trying to create those nice, clean angles and keeping things looking nice and straight. If you use these basic steps, extract, Z-Remesh, keep your polygons low, use the Zmodeler tool to pull out edge loops, delete unwanted faces, duplicate, work in layers, you get nice clean angles and you can create some really nice, realistic looking armor. And it takes a lot of time, but that's just sculpting. It takes a long time and people can tell if you cut corners. So the more time you put in, the better your sculpt is going to be. This was just one of the methods that you can use to start out when making armor. There are a lot of other ways, but I'll cover some of those other ways in the next videos. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys next week.